Make sure it's going. Okay, so today's call is all about going back to basics and doing more of what works for you instead of just doing more work that ends up wasting time and not providing any results for what you're doing. Goes along the concept of the 80-20 rule, which applies to everything you do in life. When you're in going on your fitness journey, you hear the 80-20. 80% is nutrition, 20% are your workouts, right? If you flop it, you do 80% of that of being your fitness and only 20% nutrition, you're not really going to see any results. Nothing's ever going to change because you can't outwork a bad diet. So the same thing goes with your worth ethic in your business. 80% of your results come from 20% of your work. So think of it like if you're in school or you have a deadline coming up. So you have the whole month to work on that. Chances are most of that month, those first 3 weeks, is when you're doing all this work, planting your seeds, getting things just in place, thinking about how you're going to reach that goal. You don't see your results and the fruits of all that labor until that last week, until you're on that deadline. So you see that 20% of results coming from that 80% of your work from the beginning of the month. Just like in your fitness, like you eat really, 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 really good, do your workout every day, but the majority is your food. Little bits to work. When you see that all combined, every 30 days, you'll see a change. But you're not going to see it right away. You're not going to see it in the first week or 2 weeks. You can't look for that instant gratification of it's already happened. So in your business, you can't think, I'm going to talk to somebody one time and they're ready to buy. They're ready to just spend their money with you. That's not how it works. You have to build a relationship, create that conversation, and really get to know them and their story and what's going to work and not work. Chances are you're going to talk to them for at least a month if they're not serious yet and find out what's going to work best for them and just gain their trust and know that it's not going to be just something else they pour their money into and it doesn't work. So it takes a whole lot of work on your part to get that person ready to commit. Most of them are not like you and me. They don't know exactly what they want to do and go for it. And they're not going to be able to do it on their own. They're going to need you there every day, every step of the way to stick with it. And they're going to do a whole lot of work, and they're going to be going to you and asking, why I've worked out for 2 days and I've eaten super good. Why hasn't anything changed? I haven't lost anything. My clothes are feeling tighter now. And they're looking for that instant result, and it's not going to happen. And you have to be able to explain to them this 80-20 rule too. So, in your mind, it's that way of business. And for your people, it's that way on their fitness. And even use the whole college and deadline thing to help them understand it. Because you don't want them to get frustrated, and you don't need to get frustrated because it took you a month to reach your goals, right? So if you think about it like your daily schedule, say I work, I'll say 6 hours a day. It used to be a whole lot more. I was pretty much working like 12 hours a day and getting nowhere because I was new and trying to understand it and find that balance and filter all the information that was coming through with trainings and calls and just overwhelming. And so you're working 100% and seeing like 10% results. And that's what I'm really trying to help you guys not have to do at this point of being a coach. Like, I don't want you to be on the computer for 12 hours a day. I want you to find that set time in a day to work and just know that it's going to take doing that every single day, no matter what, to get those results you want at the end of each month or 6 months or a year. Set a goal to where you want to be and know that every single day what you do takes you closer to it. Don't work for a week and go, well, That led nowhere. No, you've got your list of people. You're talking to all those people, making conversations. Especially as a new coach, your first month might be super awesome because you are so excited to get started and you're like talking to everybody. You're referring everybody to all these things you're doing. And it goes awesome. And then you think you can just sit back and coast because, hey, I hit Success Club 10, 20, whatever my first month. Month 2 is going to fly by. It's going to be so easy. And it's not. That's not the time for you to step back and glide. Now you have to work harder because you're helping those people you just started, but you're also looking for more people to help your second month because you don't want your business to fall back or just flatline. And it's going to do that sometimes. There's seasons in the year, seasons in your life where it's going to just come up and down, stay flat for a little bit. That's just natural process. But the way you avoid that is working hard in that time you've provided for yourself. Set yourself a power hour, a power 2 hours, whatever you need, especially as like full-time employees, parents, whatever. We don't have all the time in the world. We have to squeeze in where we can. For me, I know my days start best when I'm up at 5 a.m. I don't have to be up at 5 a.m. My son goes to school and he's there for 6 hours. But if I don't, my whole day is delayed by hours and it just goes by like that. So I might have 6 hours, but half of that is working on just me and housework and errands and stuff because I shut off. I try my hardest to close my business day at 3 o'clock. Like that's it. My son comes home, we do homework, we get dinner ready, we play outside, my husband comes home, all of that. That's my family time. It is a must every single day. I didn't do that in the beginning. I never shut down. And there was a strain on there. Like, husband didn't understand what I was doing. He didn't know I was on the computer all the time. But now he does. He understands. And because I've set that boundary for myself. So I know that my 6 hours I have in a day to work, I have to divide that up between my must-dos and then what I just get to during the day. So out of my 6 hours, 4 hours of that is working on me, not other people, not my challenge groups. Those 4 hours, because if you don't work on yourself, your self-improvement, your workouts, doing your vital behaviors every day, you will never see the growth that you're looking to see in your business. My 4 hours, it's doing my workout, it's doing personal development, and I have paper books to read, but honestly, I'm not going to sit and read them very often. It kind of puts me to sleep these days. So I listen to audio. I get on YouTube and I can get lost on motivational coach training calls, all of those things for my personal development. That counts. This whole call that we're doing now came from my personal development hour that I did, listening to a different training call, and I took notes so that I can turn it into what works for me to help you guys. Anytime you come across personal development that works for you, and especially if you have coaches under you, don't save it for yourself and think that somebody else already knows that. Turn it into your own public announcement. Don't bottle it up and keep it for you. Turn it into a learning lesson and share it with your team. That counts as those hours you're spending on yourself, okay? Because you're bettering other people with it. Also within those 4 hours, it's inviting people. It's adding people to your network and inviting them to your challenge group. So the best way to go about that is the 3 rule. You invite 3 people a day, or add 3 people to your friends list a day, and reach out to 3 people a day. It's not an overwhelming task. You're just starting a conversation with them. And I would say out of those 3, at least one of them needs to be an invite. to your challenge group, to coaching opportunity, anything. And that can be just one person a day out of all those conversations you're having through the week or the month, okay? So the 2 hours left in my 6-hour day, that is checking into challenge groups, checking your back office, looking for breaking news, sending out any emails to new customers, answering questions in your challenge groups, your coach training groups, things like that. Your time you spend hopping on Facebook and scrolling through Facebook and commenting and liking and things like that, that's not taking you anywhere in your business. So that should not be counted as part of your working hours, okay? You get on, laser focus, like put on your blinders, put your phone off to the side, put it on silent, and focus on the me time, the time that you are investing in yourself first. Personal development, workout, drinking your Shakeology, sending out some invites, and replying to messages. That could be part, either one really, your 4 or your 2 hours. Your challenge groups and all that, it's so easy to get so in-depth into your challenge groups, and because you know these people, you've been talking to them for how long, creating those conversations, and it's easy to just sit in there and comment back and forth and like everything and answer every single question. But the beauty of challenge groups is, and hopefully you have one other coach in there with you, is to work together so you don't have to spend all your time in there. You've gotten them started, let them take the steps. This is where be the cow comes into play on this whole lesson, okay? So you've talked with them, you've gotten them started, you know what they need to do. You are providing everything they need to go, to get started. You laid out the challenge group guidelines, you've put in the meal plans, they have their program, they know exactly what to do. For coaches, you've added them to a coach training academy, or you've told them, start here, do your get started right call, line up their goals, tell them, okay, I need you to check into your online office, get your profile set up, go to the get started right, or start here, whatever, I'm not sure what it's called, but go to the new coach training section, go through that, and then come back to me. Tell me what you need help with. Ask me your questions. But don't do that until you've done what I have asked you to do, okay? You are the farmer, and they are the cows, okay? If you have 10 cows out in this field, imagine these cows are all new coaches or all new customers, okay? There's no way that you can sustain running out to this cow, bringing them to their food. Okay, here's your food, now eat. Oh shoot, well there's another one. Let me go pick up you, bring you to your food. Now you eat. I mean, 10, 20 times every single day. You can't do that. That's what they want you to do. They want you to hold their hand and put the food in their mouth and say, eat this and drink this and do this. But you've already told them that. If they want it, they have to do it themselves, okay? If you want to grow your business, if you want to help people, more than one person a week, you physically and mentally cannot do that for every single person. You want to be the cow and just train them. Say, it's here. Here is your food. Be there. A well-trained person will be there waiting for the food to be there. So as a coach for you, you know where to go to find your food, to find your training, to find your coach, all of that. It's all there for you. Don't wait on your coach to bring it all to you every single day. Take it upon yourself to do your trainings, find personal development, dig deeper for your why, for your goals, and go for it, okay? As a leading coach, you are always there for your people no matter what, but don't feel like you have to check in every single day, okay? You can't move forward when you're doing that. We're always here to help you with problems and situations, to answer questions, to help you set a goal, and just be there for you, okay? Don't ever hesitate to come to your coaches or have your clients know that they can come to you, but know they need to meet you halfway, okay? If they want to run, run. If they want to walk, help them walk. But doing it all for them will not get them anywhere. I've tried that in the past. I've tried walking coaches through and like, hey, have you done this yet? Have you, how many people have you invited today? When are you starting your challenge group? You know, it's things that you know you should be doing and you shouldn't really need to be checked up on every single day. Track your business. Just write down. Check mark. I talked to 3 people. Check mark. I have a group started for next month. I listened to the National Wake Up Call. Keep track of yourself and maybe send that to your coach or post it in the coach team page every week just to help yourself stay accountable. We all want to have more conversations and connect and have relationships with more people. So don't roadblock yourself to having the same conversations every day. Okay? There's a saying that, feeding a man a fish. You can feed a man a fish for one day and he'll be fed for a day. But if you teach the man to fish, he'll be fed for his whole life. So teach your people how to do this, where to find their information, and provide it for them, just not every day, so that they can do this on their own. Plus, it's going to make that person that you're helping feel more confident and secure in making all these changes themselves. So they're not so scared to run their first challenge group. That could be so scary if you haven't been given everything and just taught to like self-sustain, right? If you're an employee somewhere, your boss isn't holding your hand every single day. It's you get your training, here's what you do, and if you don't do it, then you're probably going to get fired, or you're definitely never going to get that raise that you need. So be dependent on yourself to get it all done, and reach out when you need that help and that motivation and that assistance. Let's see, what else? Oh, one more thing. Going to the 80-20 rule. So we all run coach groups. We all run challenge groups. And there's always that issue of, do we make it really big so that there's more interaction and people and conversations, or do we keep it small to like 5 people and think they're all gonna participate and love each other? Because I know them all, you know. The thing is, they don't know each other. They're all still new to this. So say you have 10 people in your group, maybe half of them are going to participate every single day. Half of them are going to just get it strong. 2 of them are probably going to finish. Out of 10 people, 20%, those 2 people will finish the group and love it and want to keep going. It happens to every single coach in the business. You can have a group of 1,000 people. 50 of them will stick with it and participate, okay? So if your group is crickets, if people aren't participating, don't take it the wrong way. That's just people in general. Think about how many times that you started something and didn't follow through or didn't finish it. It's not that you didn't want to, it just didn't happen at that time. It wasn't the right time, something went wrong, or it's just too much and you're not really ready. Never give up on those people that didn't finish with you. Check back in with them, send them a message every week or so and just see how they're going. A lot of people just don't want to post in a group. but they'll have conversations on Messenger with you all the time. And that's fine. But make sure you're checking in with them and don't drop them completely. Same thing with coaches. If they're not in the coach training groups and participating, check in with them and see what they need help with and what they're struggling, or if they just want to start another time. But that's kind of the going rate for everything you're going to be doing, is the 80-20 rule with your business, with your own fitness goals, and with challenge groups and coach training groups. Give it all you got, because that 20% is where the magic's going to happen. And if you're working, I know there was another graph to this, like the 80-20, but if you're working really, really hard 20% of the time, like, I don't know. I can't put that one in the words, but the bottom line is, don't give up when things are going slow. Don't think that all the work you're doing majority of the time isn't providing a instant result, because it's going to. The results will come if you stay consistent. When you're in a low day or a funk or not feeling motivated, don't stop posting. Find something. Have a folder of like post ideas or things you want to say. Don't post it like on the fly when you're thinking of them that day. Put those in a folder for later and save them for those times and days where you have nothing to say and nothing to share. Because you should be posting 2 to 3 times a day. And with that, think about when the peak times are for your niche market. So it could be first thing in the morning, lunchtime, and late in the evening. Those times are when you share your most informational, motivational pieces. Okay? Other times of the day, if you just have to post, don't make it your hooks or your jabs. Okay? Think of it like jab, jab, hook. Okay? So always stay active in your vital behaviors every single day. Keep with your 80% of that work month, but don't think that you won't get results until the end of the month, because if you keep this up, you keep your schedule every single day or 5 days a week, whatever you choose, your results are going to come earlier in the month, okay? Maybe set your goal for the 15th of the month. I'm going to work as hard as I can right now to get this result. I'm not going to wait till the last day of the month to see results. I'm going to work my butt off right now so I can see them sooner. Okay? But don't stop at the end of the month and go, I made it. I'm good. Relax. Don't do that, because your people still need your help. All right? Don't ever stop feeding your cows, because they'll starve. They're there waiting for you. Okay? They know where to go. They know where to be. Like with these team calls, they're always going to be this time and day. I am always here providing that food. You guys know where it is. You know when it is. Show up to eat it. So, anyway, be the cow. Be ready to do the work. And don't ever quit, okay? Do your 80-20. Put on your oxygen mask before you put on others. Because if you don't help yourself, there's no way you can help them. If you're feeling negative and down and unmotivated, pick up some personal development. Go do your workout. Reach out to a coach, to your coach, to whoever, to get lifted back up so that you can help your people, okay? Don't drop off and don't be silent. Help. And if you're in a struggle, work through that struggle and then share afterwards. You don't want to post on that day and be like, today sucks. Get through it. Tomorrow, share what you were going through and how you overcome it, okay? So anyway, if you guys have questions after this, reach out to us. Let us know. Reach out to your sponsor. Set some goals. Tell us what you're doing every day. What's your plan of action? And be the cow. Be ready to take it all in. All right. Thanks for being on the call. Thanks for listening.